Good afternoon, my ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to The Spread. It is Daphne Gray, right here on The Spread. It's kind of a loose, unscripted version of all the news of the day that you've seen so far. It's picking all the good stories that are happening in our community, the stories that are giving you some type of call to action, some of those stories that keep you talking, some of the stories that goes virals. For example, look at this right here. Take a look to screen. We're going to pause it right here. Look at that. Man, this was a viral crash that took place at a gas station that we got to break down to figure out exactly what happened. But when I tell you it caused so much damage, it was such a sight to see that is all over the internet right now. We're talking about it later on in the Spread. But first and foremost, here at home, we got to talk about all of the cool things that are happening on a local level. And in that local level, we're dealing with the Rail Yard Dogs. Obviously, they're always doing what they can to help out the community. And right now, they're working with Feeding Southwest Virginia. We're trying to figure out ways to, help all of our good people out with trying to make sure that all of our nonprofits are fed and fully stocked and all that good stuff. Well, get this. They're doing good, man. Team joined Feeding Southwest Virginia in Salem to help with quality assurance of their donated items. It was a nonprofit's fourth annual Do Good Day. Feeding Southwest Virginia gets $30 million worth of food distributed to areas in our region that need it. And players say that they want to reflect on the support that they get from fans.
We're just trying to show the support to our city and community that they show to us. It's just nice to see people out there, actively trying to help and, try and make this not a problem anymore.
That was team captain right there, Matt Jensen. You know him. Of course, if you want to help out the nonprofit, it's always accepting donations. They say with each dollar you donate, they can provide 5 healthy meals to people who need it. So shout out to the Rail Yard Dogs, always taking their fun from the ice into the community. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day. And that's what they love our fans so much. You see them doing so many different things, giving back and volunteering, taking pictures and signing autographs. It's such a sweet moment to watch, especially at the game, because again, it reminds you that these people are human just like us. And they are the most humble players I think I've ever come in contact with. So you already know I'm a dog fan. I will be a dog fan forever. Moving on, man. Today's Health Watch. Genetic testing could save your life. And this is kind of in relation to Women's History Month as well. Something to keep people in the know about. Over the past few weeks, several celebrities have come forward with cancer diagnosis. And some of them have been candid about their decision to be genetically tested and screened for cancers. Says the genetic testing usually involves getting blood taken, and a few weeks later, a doctor has the results. That data can save a life. But before they do the blood test, you sit down with your genetic counselor to go over family history and other factors to see if it is the right choice for you. So again, this is one of those things where everybody needs to be kind of on the know about it. But more than anything, our women out there, this is something that you definitely got to pay attention to when it comes down to your bodies, comes down to your health, because this is just a month of awareness and reminding people, we can't let this stuff just go muted or go recognized or untreated. If they do so, it can really be detrimental to a lot of lives. So either way, that's just a little bit for you guys. You can check out the bigger story on our website at WSLS.com. All of our cake pop fans out there, I actually have tried one cake pop in my life, and it was actually pretty tasty. I think it was like a cookies and cream kind of thing going on. I'm a cookies and cream fan. Well, get this. A delicious sounding bill is law right now. It's dubbed the Cake Pop Bill, and it will help home business owners to sell their goods on a small scale without having to go through the food safety officials. Now, they're called cottage licenses. They've been in the spotlight over the past few months after a cake pop baker in Richmond was served a letter from Virginia officials warning her that she could not sell her cake pops at a vendor fair or promote her products on Facebook. Well, Governor Glenn Youngkin stepped in and got a hold of this and said that, hey, check this out. This is a violation of the First Amendment. We're going to change that. He signed a bill into law that the Cake Pop Bill, clarifying that advertising or promoting goods on social media doesn't count as selling them, and it also broadens the range of local events where these goods can be sold without food safety inspection. So yeah, this is a big deal because we got a lot of bakers out there right now. A lot of bakers. I know I have a lot of Facebook groups where there are people who bake up different things and they'll promote them on their website, on their Facebook page. And I didn't even know this was an issue, but now I see, and I'm happy that Youngkin stepped in to help our small businesses, our home businesses, because we all know how tough it is nowadays. So the last thing we need is people serving people letters just because they're trying to make a living on the side, So yeah, shout out to that. That's a really good deal of all of our cake pop lovers. New businesses are coming to the Valley View Mall area and around it. Check it out. A lot of people are excited about this, dude. We got Bubbles 33 is an American bar. It should open in May and April. We got K-Pot, which is an Asian hot pot restaurant that will open. And then get this, down the road from the mall would be Morisco's, a new Tex-Mex and seafood place. One of city development leaders say that they believe the Valley View Mall area is an important retail corridor that is also helping to expand development outside of the mall. Evans Spring is the undeveloped land on the other side of 581, which a master plan has recently approved by City Council, greenlighting the future development. I'm kind of excited about this, man. I want to try out all three of these businesses, Bubbles, and I definitely want to try out the K-Pot. Like, literally, I am all about Korean food. I can eat Korean food all day, every day. Got the kimchi and all that good stuff. And then this Marisco's Nayarit, like that, literally, that sounds awesome. And you know me, I love me some seafood as well. So, hey, I love this. I love to see this. Growth is always great, in my opinion. When I went from Arkansas, moved to San Antonio, when I tell you everywhere you blink, there's some type of business, some type of restaurant, some type of food truck, some type of activity that you can do and see, and just got all of it right there at your fingertips. And it's cool that we see some type of different restaurants and food establishments coming here to where, people have the opportunity to test out different cultures. That's one of the things that I think is super exciting about this. So definitely going to give this a shot. Let us know if you guys are interested in trying this out. And if you are, hey, me and Jazz may slide through one of them and do one of our awesome little neighborhood fixing episodes for you. If you guys are interested in comedy, we got a good person coming your way. Got some Tom Segura coming to the Berglund Center. Show is scheduled for August 8th and tickets go on sale starting at $45. We have more information on our website at WSLS.com. I'm all about comedy, man. Comedy is one of those arts that I think people, it gives people the opportunity to go in somewhere and not take life too seriously. Whenever I see like a Dave Chappelle show or, a Joe Coy show or anything like that, it's just a moment to separate from the world and laugh at all the shenanigans that are happening, not only in a political world, but just in real life and family life. And sometimes I get so annoyed because you have those people out there who are just dying for these comedians to say something offensive or dying for these comedians to say something that might not be politically correct in their opinion. But it's just like, dude, sit down. Have some candy or something, I don't know, but comedy is comedy, and it's just an art form that I hope never dies and I hope never gets censored, because once you get into that world of doing that, what's the point of you even going to a show to laugh? You can't, you got to laugh at ourselves. That's the whole point. You laugh at yourselves. Anyways, let's get to meteorologist Chris Michaels. Talk about the weather yesterday evening. Very beautiful walking around and stuff. Yes, it was a little breezy. But yeah, meteorologist Chris Michaels is joining us. I know we got a system coming our way or coming through that's going to cause some disturbances in our forecast. So let's get right to it.
Happy Tuesday, guys. Tracking this really kind of massive storm system producing snow to the north, heavy rain to the south. We'll see scattered showers out of it today. Another round of morning showers tomorrow east of the Roanoke Valley before drying out and turning windy by Good Friday.
All right, Chris, thank you so much. All right, guys, coming up after the break, we're going to get into some lottery talk. So obviously there's a lot of stuff happening in the Mega Millions and Powerball world, giving people some excitement going on because, get this, they are pretty chunky for a little jackpot. Also, we're going to go over a man who celebrated his 105th birthday in the restaurant he loves the most. Take a guess. We got one here in our town, or actually it's a local chain or for I would say a national chain that we're very familiar with in our area. So much more, and more than anything, we're going to talk about this right here, this viral video of this car just flipping out of nowhere. We're going to break down exactly what happened here and more coming up on the Sprint after the break. Welcome back, guys. Check it out. If you're feeling lucky, lottery excitement is back in the mix. And when I tell you, it is super duper duper chunky. Massive jackpots to be aware of. There were no winners in the Powerball drawing. And then the jackpot now climbs to $865 million ahead of its drawing that's coming up. Tonight's Mega Millions prize has reached a jaw-dropping, get this, $1.1 billion. First time the two games have each grown so large at the same exact time. So again, if you guys are interested and you're feeling kind of lucky, go ahead and do it. Says that this is the reason behind this is because it's been months since there was a big winner, enticing more people to try their luck, even though they are far more likely to get struck by lightning, attacked by a shark, or die in a plane crash. The jackpot is one of the ones that you want to try to get. There is 1 in 4 chance of winning some kind of prize, though. Says that even if you don't win the cash, Virginia Lottery helps support K through 12 education. So that's just a reminder of you guys. Keep your eyes peeled to these jackpots that are going, because you never know what happens. I always, I'm always kind of a little salty because every time there's a winner that comes through, it's always either in Florida or California or one of those other big, huge places. I just want one time for somebody in our little old area to take home the big dog, like the big prize. I know on a local level, we do got some millionaires that came out, and that was involving, I think, one in Christiansburg and Blacksburg and one in Vinton, maybe. Either way, you miss every shot you don't take. I'm just going to put it like that. And if you guys decide to get one, and if it ends up being a winning ticket, please remember Japhanie Gray on the Sprint. I'm your best friend, and I will cherish our relationship forever. Yeah, I'm kidding. I'm not that thirsty. Okay, moving on, man. We got to get to this right here. It's a super duper sweet story because this guy, he actually is bringing some nostalgia to the place with Pez. Okay, so a man in North Carolina found joy in a hobby that he started decades ago, spreading joy to children and adults, one Pez dispenser at a time. Walter Cranford has spent much of his life collecting Pez dispensers. The craze started with a $4 Pinocchio purchase 30 years ago. Quickly, that $4 toy became worth a whole lot more, and Cranford decided collecting the dispensers would be the retirement plan for him. He says that he's a sucker for kids, especially when their eyes light up at the collection. He says that he typically lets them pick the Pez dispenser of their choice, take to home, and then maybe start their own collection as well. So to think, it makes sense because literally when I look at some of these Pez dispensers, you got Batman right there, you got, Pikachu over there, you got Looney Tune characters, so it's pretty cool that he picked this up, and I'm pretty sure that if he decides to one day sell this, I guarantee you, he probably will make a lot of money because, who still gets Pez nowadays? And apparently they do, because I know Jenna she was talking about how her daughter likes to use this and has like Paw Patrol, Pez dispensers and all that good stuff. Either way, it's pretty cool, man. I like this idea. I love this kind of hobby. Something else we got to showcase too, man, over in North Carolina. A man turned 105 years old in February, but got the surprise of his favorite restaurant this weekend. Says 50-year-old Charlie Lentz has had some same routine every Sunday. Wakes up, goes to church, and then he stops by Bojangles for lunch. Well, it was a bit different this Sunday. As his family and friends celebrated his more than a century of life. Restaurant also wanted to celebrate their favorite customer.
To be alive. That's just very thankful. Just being alive.
Yeah, to be alive, man, that is some inspiration for all of us. They said that Charlie's order is consistently the same, a 2-piece leg and a thigh order, and employees often have it already ready for him before he even gets to the door. Charlie says that he never felt better, and he's beyond thankful. So look at them, got him set up like a king, man. 105 years, that's a lot of history in one man. So always cool to see those birthdays and see those celebrations like that. And obviously it's cool to see people who reach that kind of age, and you just know the wisdom that is literally reeking on him. I could just tell he's seen some things, he's done some things, and he has a lot of great advice for our younger generation nowadays. So happy birthday, Mr. Charlie. So before we get into the viral video, I do want to get into this Grand Theft Auto kind of situation that happened. Take a look at this. This guy decided he was going to go on a big joyride on an ATV. He was eluding police on the streets of Miami. Miami-Dade police tried to stop the driver, but he took off. In about 30 minutes driving around Miami, he jumped on Interstate 95. During the chase, the ATV crossed intersections without stopping and threaded between vehicles, and at one point even driving the wrong direction on the highway. What in the world are you thinking? I have no idea. Finally stopped, and police put him in handcuffs before taking him away in a patrol vehicle. Authorities have not yet released the driver's identity. Let me go back real quick. They look like they were too irritated. Look at him. Get your tail off that bike. Look, okay, guys, I know I'm childish, but I would be frustrated too. First of all, you going through the highway like you little Superman. I don't know what it looks like, a little cape fly back there, helicopters going. You got law enforcement using up all their resources, literally doing your little thing. If you guys played Grand Theft Auto before, he has at least 6 stars on his name right now if people looking at him. But look at this deputy. He's just like, I'm sick of this. I had lunch. Look at him. Get off that doggone ATV. He just knocks him off. That's kind of funny. That was my first time seeing that today. Either way, glad he's off the streets, and I hope he learned his lesson, and I hope he will never do this again, because, again, that could have ended in a way worse way. Could have ended in the loss of life for him and other drivers. But fortunately, police did their thing, got him off the roads, and let this be a lesson to all you guys. It is not worth it. He had 30 minutes of fun just to ruin his life. He's probably going to be up for a little bit. So, yeah, not worth it at all. Now, let's get to this viral video we've been talking about all day long. And it's dealing with this particular crash that we mentioned, okay? What you're about to watch is not a scene from Fast and Furious. This is literally something that happened in real life. Check it out. We're going to play it through. You see the little bubble right there? It keeps going. Watch this. Boom. Boom. 4. Wham. Look at that. That is crazy, man. So apparently this is out of Michigan. Car police believe was traveling 100 miles per hour, loses control as it approaches a gas station, flips over multiple times, and somehow misses a gas pump by the grace of God before careening through the air and crash landing in the parking lot. This happened, again, last weekend. Police say that speed and alcohol were factors in the crash, and the driver, 19 years old, miraculously walked out with minor injuries. She's a 19-year-old woman. 2 other passengers were also in the car, one in critical condition, while the other is sustaining minor injuries. So this is by far, if this isn't a don't drink and drive commercial, I don't know what is. Look at that. Everybody could have passed away in the car. And Lord bless it. I pray that one of the passengers who is in critical condition, I hope they come out of this and survives. But this 19-year-old woman who's definitely ruined her life, for the time being, like, come on now. Nothing is worth doing this. I just don't understand. Like, and then you get behind the wheel of a car, you hit the speed, like you hit the gas, like, what's the purpose of going that fast? I don't know. I will never understand it. But this, again, it should be an advertisement for everybody out there. Do not drink and drive. It is not worth it. Jazz, are you with me, girlie?
Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday, girl. Look at this flipping action that's happening right here. This is a scene that you would see on a movie.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it was pulled straight from a movie. Like, that is absolutely horrifying. I would hate to be in a situation like that. Always so terrified of being in a crash or anything like that. And the fact that she was driving 100 miles per hour, like, I don't care. There is no place that you need to go to and requires you to drive that fast to get there.
Exactly.
I could have possibly died in that crash.
Right.
It could have been the last time that she's seen the world, and I'm glad that she walked away with minor injuries. Like, that in itself is a blessing. But unfortunately, the passengers are now in the hospital with critical condition, or any critical condition and severe injuries. So it's just, I hope she learned her lesson from this, because they said alcohol was involved.
Yeah.
So I hope she learned her lesson, and I think that she's very fortunate that she walked away with minor injuries. But I do feel bad for those passengers that are not as fortunate and are suffering from more severe injuries and are in critical condition, according to authorities.
Yeah.
The crazy situation, and the video is just, it gives you chills.
Yeah.
I can't imagine being in a situation like that.
Yeah, no, it's definitely goes to show that there will be always consequences for your actions. And speaking of consequences for your actions, Jazz, I am so tickled at this ATV driver. Like, I'm sorry, did you see? Let me go back. Did you look at this deputy? Look at him. Look how he was.
I want to know what's the reason.
Look.
He really think that he would get away with that?
That deputy hit him. He said, "This is personal." Look how he knocked him off the ATV. Oh my gosh, that's something bizarre. But yet another situation where, again, there could be serious consequences for your actions.
Yeah. I just feel like a lot of young people just don't think things through, because every decision you make has a ripple effect on the trajectory of your life. And I get being young and having fun, and I've been there too. But stuff like still in the ATV, I just don't understand what he thought what he thought the outcome would be. And now he has this video of him on social media that probably will follow him for the rest of his life. So, consequences really suck sometimes, but we gotta deal with it.
Oh, yeah. Now, let's switch gears. Let's give some love to Mr. Charlie. His little Bojangles birthday. Was this not the cutest thing?
It's super cute. I love to see it. I hope you have a great, wonderful birthday.
Amen. All right, Jazz. Do we have anything else, girlie?
Just again, make sure you guys apply for our WSLS scholarship. The deadline is March 31st. We're giving away two $2,000 scholarships. We know that college is super expensive, especially lately. So we just want to give a helping hand to someone that is college bound and has a really impressive academic career so far. And then we also have our Martinsville Speedway sweepstakes, of course. We're giving away VIP passes to the Martinsville Speedway on April 6th. And you have until March 31st to sign up for that or enter that sweepstakes as well. And again, it's completely free. All you need to do is sign up to be an insider. So,
perfecto. All right, Jazz. Thank you so much.
All right, bye.
Bye. All right, y'all. Thank you guys so much for joining us on The Sprint. Had a lot of fun stories, a lot of jam-packed show today. Some things that are happening that, again, good in our community, reflects on our community. But you already know, if you got anything you want to add to this or you see these stories, you got a comment, please go to this article and see it. It will be online, WSLS.com. Obviously, throughout today and throughout the next few weeks, there are going to be a lot of big traction as far as the big Baltimore bridge collapse that took place. It was just a horrible situation. There's live footage of it all over the place with the harbor that just unfortunately hit one of the pillars of the bridge and took it all down. So we're going to be following that closely. Make sure you just stay with us online at WSLS.com and obviously in our later newscast. But again, thank you so much for joining us today on The Sprint. We have a good time every day, always showing love. And let me make sure, hold on, got to get to this. Let me double check before I let you guys go. I gotta make sure I don't miss out on... Okay, I think I got everything. All right, guys. Well, again, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you guys back here tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening on The Sprint, WSLS.com.